Well, the next game is Norwich at home to Wolves. And Norwich have won their last 2 games.
They have.
Okay,
Yeah.
they basically seem to have turned the corner.
But they're 2 different managers, though. I mean, so Farr got sacked, obviously, after his first win of the season
exactly.
at Brentford. And then, obviously, Dean Smith, having been sacked by Villa, comes in and wins his first game at home against Southampton. We've just been discussing. So, yeah, I mean, is that a turnaround for Norwich, or is it just 2 flashes in the pan? I don't know, really. But Wolves have been really good since the start of the season. The start of the season had a bit of a dodgy patch, but the last 6 games they've lost 1 in those 6, and that was against your man Patrick Vieira.
I thought
And won
Patrick Vieira,
and won the other 5.
I thought Wolves were quite poor at the start of the season.
Yeah. New manager though. Yeah.
New manager, obviously, takes time, and they're back on form, and you know, they're chipping away now, and Jimenez is.
Last time I've been West Ham, who have been the form team this year,
Yeah.
in terms of those maybe
Yeah,
not
that's-
outside the top 3, which you'll see.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
that's the tip
you know,
away.
yeah. So you know, Wolves are going through. I'd say 5 out of 6, winning 5 out of 6. You know, that is champion winning form. You know, unfortunately they had a bit of a poor start to the season, so they're a little bit lower down in the league than those 3 teams. But yeah, Jimenez, being absolute. You know, and what a great thing to see him back playing after his head injury.
Yeah.
You know, that was horrific. It was a horrific injury. You know, probably thought he wouldn't live, let alone play again. And it's great to see him back and play well as well.
Great.
Well, he's a great player. He's a
I
great
mean,
player.
he got the goal, didn't he, against West Ham? Am I right?
I believe he did.
Yeah. Wolves. I mean, you know, even last season, you know, they're a good team to watch.
Yeah, I mean, whether it was under Nuno Espirito Santo, and it was kind of like, that's why he was shown the door, basically, because he'd come down from basically the high achievements. They had come up and they'd done really well under him, but it was starting to tail off a bit. But then again, you know, you sell Jota to Liverpool. What do you expect? You know, you're going to sell one of your best players,
Of course.
your main goal, one of your main goal scorers.
No, hold on a second. Hold on. Was it the manager that sold Jota to Liverpool, or was it the hierarchy?
Oh, it's the hierarchy, obviously.
Well, exactly.
Obviously, you know, the cash in. You know, the
so-
way the model of the club is
Yeah.
they're going to cash in when there's a big money.
Well, cash is
for
king,
players.
Cash is
Yeah,
king.
yeah.
So,
But they're well run. They're a well run club.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunately that's what I think Leicester is still in that position as well at the moment, where even though it seems like they've got all the money, it's like you know, they do still seem to have to sell.
but yes, so I think I'm going to go for a Wolves win.
So I've gone for this in my bet, so it's a Wolves win. Yeah. All right, Norwich have won the last 2, but just think Wolves are in form, and I think you know, I wouldn't want to play Wolves at the moment, and that's why I'm going for the Wolves win.
Right.
Look, I don't know. I'll agree with you. Wolves have been playing well, and I think they proved that with the 1-0 win against West Ham last weekend. Yeah, because West Ham have been on fire recently. So there's definitely something about them. Jimenez is always a threat. But my question is, after winning 2 games on the trot, consecutive games, Norwich, what has that done to their confidence, to, you know, their desire to win? Okay, how much of that are we going to see on that pitch? They must be on a high at the moment. So,
Well, you would think so.
Yeah,
You would
so-
think so.
I think they must be starting to believe that they can
Yeah.
rescue this.
Yeah.
I mean, considering 1 point after 7 games, everyone written them off. I mean, including me.
Yeah.
Don't know about you guys. I think you pretty much have as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, definitely.
you know, absolutely written them off. Now you look at them and you start thinking, well, actually, you know, it only takes stringing a few wins together.
Just a run, just a little run, and
all of a sudden,
changes.
all of a sudden, you can start thinking, well, who else is in trouble? You know, who else is on the slide? I mean,
Well, Brentford have been on the slide.
Exactly. Leeds haven't been doing particularly well
Exactly.
all
So
season. Villa obviously dropped in, but obviously been taken over by. Steven Gerrard taking over the reins there. But you know, you do see a few teams maybe slipping backwards a bit, and Norwich will probably be looking at those teams thinking, you know what, if we put a few results together here, we can get above them. Because it is still quite tight. I mean, they've got a little bit further to go.
Leeds United are kind of getting dragged down there, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they've not really had a good start to the season at all. So it's like they've always been there. But I think it's the ones that are sliding.
Yeah.
When you're in the relegation zone, they're the ones you're looking for, aren't they? Yeah. It's like your target to knock off. If I get above them, it's really going to put the pressure on that team.
Of course.
And obviously your confidence is going to grow.
Well, if you think about it, okay, if you look at the bottom three, okay, Newcastle are on the bottom with 6 points.
Bottom, yeah.
Norwich are second from bottom with 8, yeah. Burnley, okay, with 8 points as well. And then you've got Leeds United 11, Watford 13, Aston Villa 13, Brentford 13, Southampton 14, and Leicester 15 points. Yeah, I'm not going to go any further than that.
Yeah, I think less.
You've also got
a bit far.
Yeah, well, you've also got Everton 15, but no,
Yeah.
this is what we're talking about. Yeah, a string of runs, and everything can change. Look, let's not forget Arsenal were on 0 points after
Definitely.
3 games. Yeah.
I mean, Norwich haven't got to play stuff with Arsenal. You know, it's
Okay, fair enough, but we're 5th now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone from bottom to 5th. So, you know, everything's possible. So they must also be looking at that and saying, well, hold on a second. Arsenal are bottom, they've turned it around. And yes, they don't have the playing staff of Arsenal, but they're not competing with the top part
that's
of the league.
their goal. Their goal is to finish 4th.
Exactly. So they're looking at the teams.
I think they're looking at Leeds.
I
think they're definitely looking at Leeds. I think they're definitely looking at Watford.
Yeah.
And looking at that, you know, if we can get in and around them, they'll be some of our main competitors. They might even be looking a little bit further up at the league at teams that have not been winning for a while. I hate to say this, but Brighton, not getting any wins recently. Who, you know, it just seems like after that brilliant start, they are starting to slide down the table. Now, at the moment, they're still on the top half of the table.
Yeah.
But as you say, string a couple of results together, and you're up amongst them. And then there's a lot of other teams that are struggling, and you're doing well. That you start thinking maybe.
Yeah. So a draw for them against Wolves would be a great result.
I think that would be a great result because, as I say, Wolves.
Well, I mean, the biggest decider, or shall I say, the biggest problem for a team, especially when you're kind of lower and near the bottom, is the Christmas period.
Oh yeah, that will have
and this
a
can
massive
be catastrophic
effect
for you, depending on the games you've got to play.
Yeah.
I'll speak.
I know.
Newcastle,
yeah, because we've
and
seen
it's a really bad fixture list, by the way. But incidentally, after Arsenal, we have Norwich at home, and then we have Burnley at home.
So you've got a chance there, really, to switch that on.
If
you don't, though.
If we don't get anything out of them, my God, I really don't know what's going to happen. Well, I do. But, no, who knows? Norwich could come out, like he says, the confidence that they've built over the last 2 games. They might surprise us. I think Wolves maybe a little bit too much for them. But, we'll see, yeah?
Yeah.
We shall.
And you've gone with Wolves as well, sure.
I've gone for a draw.
Gone for draw.
You've gone for a draw.
Yeah, I think we'll draw.
Right. Okay.
I think,
Right.
Norwich are full of confidence and they're playing at home.
Yeah.
I think they'll make it difficult for them. So I'm going for that.
And we've got Delia.
Let's be having you.
I apologise
Sorry.
for the poor jokes.
Sorry, Norwich, but it was funny at the time.
That's the second time you've done that joke.
It was quite funny though at the time.
It was.
That's right.